All right, so we're gonna be working on the Cowl. Previous video, I think I mentioned that I wasn't gonna be doing this, and then I was gonna be turning it over to a shop. They don't have time, and honestly, what they're charging to do this is more than I'm willing to pay. So, of note, I did just get done sanding, block sanding with 220 on a Eastwood Dur block, and man, that's pretty neat. So I knocked down all the highs, kind of, at least a little bit. I'm maybe doing another coat of epoxy primer. And then I'm planning on now switching gears to the Cowl. Hopefully getting it at least cut out a little bit tonight, because I don't want to epoxy prime this and then work and take that off. So kind of coming in different stages, as you'll see. So first thing I'm gonna do is remove these windshield wipers. And I don't know if you can see, sorry about the camera angle. Let's see. There's like a little tab right below my pinky. I think if I just take a flathead screwdriver, get it in there, I think that should remove it. I don't really know. So we're gonna see. I thought this little one would be easier to get in there. All right, I'm gonna get both hands for this, and then I'll give an update on how I got it off. Well, unfortunately, we did have a casualty of the windshield wiper arm, which is fine. I'll order new ones. They're very cheap. Had some springs pop out on the passenger side one. Just a kind of a headache, really, to get off. So I just grinded it off a little bit. And popped right off. Next up, I'm going to work on getting some of this trim off, which that just pops off. So, dang, as you can see, I'm just using my fingers, and the whole thing's already coming off. So that shouldn't be too bad. I'm hoping to save that trim because it actually looks in decent shape. But I'm assuming it's probably bent up in some places. Yeah, this middle section here is all bent. There's a little bends here and there. I might replace it. I haven't decided. I'll see how much it costs. I'd like to save it, just because I think it's probably nearly original. We'll see. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm just using this little tool, and you can see how easy that's coming off. I don't know if that's like clips in there, if it's just glued or what, but oh wow. No wonder all this was leaking really bad. I mean, oh wow, yeah, okay. So it kind of folds in and over the bottom one there. There's a little groove right by my thumb. So yeah, that seal doesn't look great. This metal here too, I mean, just when I was over here towards the Cowl, you can see just like touching it, the whole thing bows down kind of like that, just from a little bit of pressure. So I mean, even looking down in there, it's all rust. So I really didn't want to replace this, but it's probably a good thing. And then, oh yeah, this guy's just coming right off pretty easy. Nice. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. With that, I did get the new windshield little rubber from my main man over at Maryland Mustang, Dan, for very reasonably priced. Yeah, so I mean, just an old seal, I think, you know, especially with this blue RTV type stuff here. So I think it's been replaced probably at least once. I think it's just old. That's it. So I think somebody did probably an at-home job, and they did a pretty decent, I would say pretty good feeling. Really not too bad. And just old. So yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna go put you guys on a tripod, get a time lapse going. I'm just gonna continue to use this little pry tool I got, trying not to use a screwdriver and damage anything, which, you know, it's not too bad. It's all kind of coming out pretty easy. Yeah, that seal and everything is just old. I'm really hoping all this isn't too bad and rusted once I get in here. What's that? Is it the clip? Oh yeah, the little clips for the windshield. All right. Definitely forgot about those. I'm gonna have to look into buying those. or how they work. I'm not too familiar. So if I can reuse them, I will, but realistically, I'd rather just replace everything while I have it all apart. So, all right, time to go get you guys on time lapse. I'll keep you updated as I keep going. Well, we had a casualty. Got a crack. I'm not gonna touch it. Just taking that red little pry tool, basically I just put it in there behind this gasket and just going, you know, just like that with just my hand, and it cracked. So I wanted to save this windshield because I thought it was pretty cool with the old sticker on it and everything, but I did the same thing over here too. So that sucks. So I will be replacing that now too, unfortunately. It's actually probably pretty good because that thing's so old and crappy probably. So it is what it is. Just going to keep getting it off. Guys, I just want to show how easy this thing is to crack. I think if I could do it again, I wouldn't crack it. Just getting a good X-Acto knife or a thing and pulling that really helps. As far as getting it to crack, so I'll just take my little tool. I'm sure it's going to crack again. And I'm just literally putting it behind the glass. Got that right there, and you can see it already going. Oh, you can't with the camera angle. Yep, just doing that. Now I got a crack right here. So just doing that, just prying even a little bit. So you can see this thing is all cracked up now, which sucks, but just is what it is. My plan now is to get it to where I can push the whole thing off, and then I'm gonna go get the biggest box I can find, and I'm gonna put it in a big box, and hopefully that'll keep it for, you know, the trash guys and stuff, because there's no point in keeping it or doing anything with it now. I don't really know a good way to get rid of it, so that's gonna be how I'm gonna go about it. So I'm just gonna keep working on that middle section there, and hopefully get it done rather shortly. Okay, so here it is with the windshield off. As you can see, I broke it quite a bit. Yeah, so I'm gonna go get a big box, hopefully put that in. If I could do it over, I would have just used my knife and just cut out as much of that gasket as I possibly could. Once I did that, it was actually all right. There really wasn't that many issues. So the way it works is this, probably should put my fingers in there. Anyway, this is like a two-piece gasket. So you can see there's a part that goes up against the actual, you know, body of the car. These little nails that I'm assuming are for the clips that hold it in place and align it. They look like nails. And then the gasket wraps over. And then whoever did this before threw a whole bunch of sealant and everything in there, which I think that's kind of what caused a little bit of the issue, just because it was stuck. Probably something a little bit newer than what was there. And it just cracked so easy. Just put my little red little plier under there, and just, like I said, body weight Not full body weight, just literally pressing. You know, if I had it like this, just kind of going like that. And you can see there's not much of an angle there to get in there. So I mean, I only had about a ½ inch of play to pry, and it cracked. So once it cracked, I had to accept that it's gonna have to get replaced. I was trying to keep it because it did have an old expiration in the middle from the state of Virginia. I thought that'd be cool to keep, but yeah, it looks like I'll be replacing. Right now, I'm gonna go get a box, the biggest box I can find, and try and place it in said box without having any issues. I don't know how else to do it, especially for the trash guys and everything. So actually you have a fairly large box there, but it's not really, you know, good to go. It's been used, kind of left outside and everything. So I want something that's gonna be a little bit sturdy, that can close really nice and well. That way when I put it out for, you know, the trash guys can pick it up, they don't accidentally get hit. So that's what I'm gonna do now, but I think that'll conclude this portion of this video. I will be, once I, you know, get the box loaded up and everything, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna show, you know, grinding all this down, getting all the gasket out and everything. I'm gonna be using my little Eastwood drum sander, which is in the car right there. I got a little 2-inch attachment, so I don't think anybody cares enough to watch me grind all that. I'll put it on time lapse though probably and add that in. And with that, so I'll have to buy new clips, new gasket, and then new windshield wiper arms. I'm just gonna buy them, and all new trim. The trim really isn't too bad, but at this point I'm replacing everything. So I'd rather just replace and not deal with trying to get all the gasket off the inside. And you can see there's some like overspray. There's only a couple little dents right there in that big piece, but honestly pretty good overall. So if I was keeping the glass and not replacing everything, I probably would have kept that trim, but that's not happening anymore. Yeah, so go get a box, get everything loaded up, and then I can start on the Cowl, which was the mission for today. But took a wild turn, so here it is. Okay, so we went ahead and got the windshield out along with a lot of the trim. Still got to keep vacuuming and cleaning up. I mean, there's just flakes of paint everywhere. My dash pad wasn't screwed or anything, but that's okay. Not a big deal. I'm guessing there's cardboard here from when they painted it. So, probably done at some point. This cowl, dash and everything, I'm assuming it was done because there's primer on the dash. So A-pillars, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pull out the headliner so I can get under there and really see what's going on. This stuff's kind of sharp, so at least pull that back and out while I have it, and then probably replace it. I know TMI makes like a new one piece that tucks up and everything anyway, so I'll probably pull out the headliner, at least a little bit out of the way, and then I'm gonna grab the new cowl and start looking and seeing how it separates from the dash. I'm almost thinking of just running my grinder kind of along this line and leaving quite a bit. That way I can see how it all goes together. I do need to sand down the A-pillars, get some paint on them, and then just kind of keep scraping away at it and everything. So nothing too exciting. I really just didn't want to do this. I knew it was going to be kind of suck, but you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I knew that there's about 150 spot welds on this too from what I've seen online, so just not looking forward to it. But it is what it is. So we'll put you guys back on time lapse, and I'm thinking this will be its own video, just the windshield and pulling out the headliner. So we just got everything finished up, got the windshield completely out, wrapped up, ready to be taken to the trash, and then I went ahead and sanded everything down. I was really nervous about a lot of this metal. I couldn't quite get it in this corner, but a lot of this actually cleaned up much better than I would have thought. So that's going to conclude this video. As always, if anybody has any tips, suggestions,